Morning. So this is the way we're going to be doing lessons for the next few weeks. It's a bit weird, obviously, talking over a presentation, but I think it's the best thing we can do because you might not be in the country. You can watch it several times, and I just think it's the best thing with these challenging situations. Okay, so I'm going to put a video and some work up for every single lesson, and I want you to check it off on the business checklist, turn it green when you've completed the work. I'll be online when our normal lessons are occurring, and you can email me or drop a comment on the Google Classroom post with any problems that you might have. Okay, so we're going to continue on with 6.2. As we said, it's our penultimate topic, and it's all about the environment, environmental issues, ethical issues, and how they might affect businesses. So we're going to continue to work on our presentations. These are going to be an individual task now. So open them up, and then I want you to work on them individually, and it's particularly going to be covering these parts of the spec: how business activity can impact on the environment, how do businesses affect the environment, what is sustainable development, and how can businesses contribute to this, how and why businesses might respond to environmental pressures, such as pressure groups, such as charities, such as Greenpeace and WWF, ethical issues a business might face, and a conflict between outright making profit and balancing that with ethics. And should a business be more profit orientated or more ethics orientated, and how a business might react and respond to ethical issues such as child labor. Okay, so we did start this in class. We spent about 30 minutes on this at the end of the last lesson, so you should have made a start on this. So basically your project is, and as I said, I want you to do this individually now, is should businesses be ethical and socially responsible? And I'd like you to just put this together. Either you can do it directly into your notes file, or you can continue on with your presentation. But it needs to cover what is meant by an ethical business practice. Like, what does that actually mean if a business is choosing to be ethical? What does that actually mean? What is meant by sustainability? I'm sure you've come across that in geography and other subjects, I'm sure. And what is corporate social responsibility, also known as CSR or social responsibility? So definitions to start us off. What would an ethical, social responsible business look like? So have a look. What are Apple doing? What are Google doing? What are Microsoft doing? What are Nike doing? What are these big multinational companies doing? How would they behave and what would they do? Give some examples. How could a business be sustainable? What do we mean by sustainability? Just really focusing on the sustainable part. As you saw on the spec, sustainability was on the specification that we talked about at the start. What are the arguments for being a sustainable, ethical, and socially responsible business? So you can think about things like branding, think about pricing strategies. You can link it back to some of the marketing that we've discussed previously in the year. And also other things, think about recruitment, think about the type of workers, think about the business environment, the corporate culture. Why would that be something that a business would want to pursue? On the other hand, what are the arguments against sustainability, ethical and socially responsible businesses? So I think the main thing we're going to be discussing and thinking about is the cost implications, how that might affect profit levels, profit margins, and our customers' price elastic, how price elastic are customers when it comes to choosing ethical brands over non-ethical brands. And then finally, a bit of kind of evaluation piece, a judgment piece. What is your opinion? Should businesses be profit driven, or should they be socially responsible? Can a business do both? Which one outweighs the other? What is your opinion on this ethics? Okay, so as I said, if you just go back real quick, so that should cover that presentation. Hopefully will cover these elements in green, and then you can share that with me. We can have a look through, and when you've finished, if you go to the checkbox, I'll share that in a minute. Go to year 11. When you've finished your presentation, you can share it with me, make it green, and then I know who's keeping up and who's doing the work. Okay, so I'll be online for the whole lesson when we normally have the lesson today. You can drop a comment or you can send me an email, any problems, any issues, but that is what we're doing. Okay, any other problems, remember, if you go to our classroom, classwork, revision and notes, you've got the textbook online. It is quite slow because it's a very long document, so it's probably worth downloading it and then going through. I don't think you can use Control F with it, so you've got to go through. Obviously, it's going to be near the back because we've nearly finished the course. Okay, so it should be pretty straightforward. see how you get on in the single today. If you need a little bit more time on Wednesday's double, we can allocate a little bit more time to this presentation. But that's what I want you to work on today. Okay, like I say, any problems, contact me. I am here. Thank you.